how are you supposed to surround your people? How are you supposed to surround yourself around people who have a rich mentality when you grew up poorly? You know, the one thing about social media now is that we have access to so much stupidity. And the richest people, we don't have access to the richest. Because the richest people focus on security. Like, they put their money in Swedish bank accounts. They focus on security. We have so much access to stupidity. We don't have enough access to rich mentality. So if you grow up poorly, how do you develop a rich mentality? And one of the thoughts I had was, you know, one thing that rich people and common people all have in common? For instance, they'll say that this person is mentally because they'll spend their money on frivolous things like gold chains and watches and things that they can't really afford. They live a life that keeps them poor. But rich people do the same thing. They spend their money freely. So, what's the difference between a rich person and a poor mentality? Because a poor person might try to save the pennies. Is a rich person saving pennies? See, the poor person is trying to be rich, so they're saving up their pennies. So how many pennies would you have to save to become rich one day? So sometimes I think, if I was rich, I would just get this. And that keeps you poor. So how does a poor mentality cultivate richness? Because if a poor person starts talking richly, they'll call them delusional, grandiose. You doing the most. But the one thing I like about the starving artist is that it forces you to be creative and to be abundant. You have to be creative. How does a poor person grow up poor and become rich? Do you eat your porridge out the storage, but you have nowhere to store your porridge? So how does the poor become rich? Tangential Thoughts Chat Show.